Hey, my friends, welcome back to a new video. We are live once again after some time. And today we will be talking about a powerful window of opportunities that we have right now, as we are just after the new moon and we are entering into a summer solstice soon on 21st of June. We have a wonderful time right now to set up some intentions and to prepare ourselves for the lives we truly want to live. And as we had this new moon in Gemini, this playful sign that's all about all about discovering the new knowledge, all about curiosity for something new. We have people coming in. Hey everyone, we're going live after some time and we have an interesting topic to talk about. So, for everyone who's joining us, let me know where you're coming from. It's so wonderful to see you. It's so wonderful to be live once again. So, hey everyone, a wonderful topic to talk about, a window of opportunities. Hey everyone. Perfect. From Brazil, from India, from USA. Awesome. America and Gemini. Yeah, so many of you from Sweden. Awesome. Awesome. How are you doing? Let me know how are you doing all joining in live today. Well, firstly, I want to remind you that it's a great time to start believing into yourself and have a strong hope and faith into your own abilities to make the desirable future a reality. But also, strive towards balance and moderation, something we all need, especially at this time where we are so much surrounded with so many different information. And if we look into our mind as a great bubble of incredible capacities, if we're constantly opening up to all kinds of new information, it's like this bubble is getting filled up with all kinds of stuff, all kinds of whatever you're with whatever you're feeding your mind. And if information that you're consuming is not helping you to become who you want to be, then it is blocking you, it is stopping you, it is kind of anchoring you into where you are right now. And I want to remind you right now, as we are in this we have this beautiful window of opportunities, as between this new moon and the summer solstice, there's a wonderful energy in the air. You may feel it right now. You may feel like it's a great time to renew my routines a little bit. It's a great time to start something new. Like I've just started a whole new workout plan for myself. As before, I've noticed that my workout routines were a bit incoherent. Like I was a bit inconsistent with my workouts. And then 2 days ago, I've set a complete new plan for myself. And I've noticed, okay, also other areas of my life started organizing as I did that. And then I've talked with a few people and they say, well, I've also started doing it yesterday, completely spontaneously. So this is the energy right now, encouraging us to organize our lives in a way that will be supportive for the life we want to live. And we all know that if we want to create certain desirable reality for us, we firstly need to believe into a possibility. And in order to believe into a possibility, we need to recognize why we don't believe into that possibility, right? Why we don't believe that it is possible. And once you take time in your busy lives and ask yourself, like, why I don't believe that the life that I always wanted to live is kind of not in my excess, you will notice all kinds of thoughts and ideas that came to you through conditioning, through your surroundings. And when you decide that you don't want to be defined by that anymore, you will set yourself onto a whole new journey where you will start searching for the potential ways and solutions and possibilities that will build bridges between where you are right now and where you want to be. And we all know that it all starts with a change in the way we think, in a change in the way we think about ourselves. And that's why it is so wonderful time right now as this Gemini's new moon. You know, Gemini, if you look at the symbol of Gemini, you see two faces. And you can demystify these two faces in any kind of a way. I like to demystify it in an inner self and outer self. Like, inner self is that inner knowing, like what we know that is right, what we feel that is right. And then outer self is what we are doing, like what kind of patterns we are embodying. And the way we feel kind of unsatisfied and kind of stressed out, and we feel like we're not living to our fullest, is that the inner self is not in alignment with the outer self, or the outer self is not in alignment with the inner self. And in order to make that alignment, means that we start doing what we know that we should do. We start doing what we know that we want to do. We start embodying our intentions. And when it comes to intentions, we need to build and create clarity around our intentions. And for creating clarity around our intentions, we need to really take time and organize our minds a little bit, right? We need to organize our minds a little bit, and for that we need to take time. Meditation is really powerful right now. If you just sit down in quietness and just observe how your life is going, you will notice that maybe some inspiration may come up and may call you for change. And when it comes to change, it may be like all kinds of ideas may find you right now. All kinds of ideas may say to you, look, man, it's time for you to finally set up this website so we can start making your own business, or it's time for you to finally show your art to people. Let's contact that gallery, let's contact those people. It's time for you to expose yourself wherever you are, whatever you do. It may be a great time to start something new and to connect with new people. As at the time of summer solstice, the sun will enter into this Cancer, which is a bit, you know, Cancer is more of a social sign, but it's a bit scared of new things. But if you connect with the right people, you will notice that there's nothing to be afraid of, because there are forces in this universe that are supporting your brave steps. And once you recognize that actually every time you do something new, you feel supported, as you feel a sense of inspiration, you feel a sense of enthusiasm, you will know that this is the right thing to do. So if you feel enthusiastic right now about your ideas, you know that those are the right things. Those are the right things you could do right now, and don't don't hesitate on doing that. Make some plans right now, my friends. Make some plans about the life you want to live, and write it down in precise clarity. Write it down. And then, so many wonderful people already. How are you doing, all? Thank you so much for everyone. Well, if you write down some plans, if you write down some plans right now for the next steps, you see, the summer solstice, we could look at it as the day of the light, because it is the longest day of the year, and in ancient times they were celebrating this day of the light, because it helps us to enlighten our shadows. It helps us to discover the hidden aspects of ourselves that are unconsciously anchoring us into the past. And what is unconsciously anchoring us in the past, we will never know how to go beyond where we are right now. And we are meant to thrive. We are meant to be adaptable. We are meant to be um, brave and courageous about our dreams that we have, because all those dreams that we have been planted into us. And I remember when I started this art journey and then later sharing this message, I was scared of all of that because it was so unfamiliar. And sharing my art and all of that, it was so unfamiliar, so new, so uncommon for me. But deep inside, I felt this guidance that I need to do it. And little events in my life were synchronistically aligning, and I saw it as science. I could say, well, nothing is working because I'm not getting money in return back at that time. But little events have aligning. Like I've met a great mentor. Um, I've met an owner of the gallery that allowed me to help to have my first exhibition, art soul art exhibition. On that exhibition, I've started meeting wonderful people. Some of them became my great friends, my clients for art. And all of that happened completely spontaneously as I've started following that calling. But it's so unfamiliar. You know, this journey that we decide to walk on, it's the only outcome that can be real is the one that we imagine in our minds, the one that we can that one the one that we visualize in our minds. And that's why I want to remind you right now at this time to create a great vision for yourself. And and take time for clarity, because our minds can be so cluttered because of all the information, everything that is coming in. And make some social media detox. Take time for yourself. I'm just going to travel. I'm going to visit Greece. So if anyone is from Greece, we can meet up. And it's a great time for an adventure. And see what new can find you when you do something new, right? Because we can only experience changes when we change something about our daily lives. And when we take ourselves onto thank you so much for a donation. When we take ourselves onto an adventure, we start to meet new experiences. We start to meet new people. We start to meet new ideas. Like every time when I travel, I experience new insights. Like, what could I change about my work? What could I upgrade when it comes to my expression? Sometimes I notice the errors in my character, and I say, "Oh, thank you so much for this discovery," because I guess I couldn't notice it before. So take yourself onto an adventure right now and prepare yourself for this summer solstice. Like you can say to yourself that after this day, you will never step back into your old shoes because you're ready for something new. Some time ago, I did a ceremony on the summer solstice where we were walking on the fire. And that was such a wonderful experience because there was a huge group of people. There was actually too many of us because it was quite chaotic. It was not so much spiritual anymore, but it was awesome to see how much those people that were there were afraid of walking over that fire, because we have those fears and we are scared, like what if I will get burned, or what if it will be really painful. And that's how we think about our potential futures, the one that we want to create, that we want to manifest, that we want to attract into our lives. We are afraid of, what if I get hurt if I follow my dreams? What if my business will fail? What if nobody will like what I do? We have those fears, and that happened on that ceremony. But then I remember when we needed to start, when somebody needed to be first, nobody wanted to start. Nobody wanted to start. All were like holding back. And then somebody went over it, and it was like completely fine. He was like really excited For some people, you could see tears of joy because they've noticed it's not so hard as we made up in our minds. And then the second one go, and the third one goes, and the fourth one goes, and suddenly people started, running over it. And there was a collective joy in the air, like a collective release of fear happened. And that's what we need. We need to push ourselves through something that we may be afraid of, because only that way we can free ourselves. Only that way we can actually move forward and move higher from where we are right now. Most people are guided by fear. But once we look into our fear, we notice how empty it is. Because fear is this unpleasant sensation. But when you start digging deeper, like what am I actually afraid of? You will notice nothing else but thoughts. Oh, this may happen, and this may happen, and this may happen. But if you question, have I ever experienced my greatest fears? Have I ever actually experienced the biggest fear that I had? And you will notice, well, maybe once in my lifetime, and even when it happened, I've noticed that it was actually a great blessing because it taught me something important. And every time we do this kind of a reflection, we notice that after noticing what I was afraid of before, I was able to see what I have to do to go beyond it. So a powerful time right now to reflect on your fears as well, and to do something that may feel scary and may feel like you would never do it because it feels so hard, but you want to do it because it's the only way to get to where you want to be. It's time for you to truly get deeper into who you came here to be. So, my friends, there's so many of you already. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much. I just felt like we need to go live. I'm not doing it often. I'm not doing it often, but it's always wonderful to see you all, because when you're just making videos, you're not fully connected with all of you. But here we are live, and it's wonderful to see messages from anyone coming in. So thank you so much for being here. Yeah, a great time for taking the leap of faith. The energy is really. I feel like when so many people are doing what we call the shadow work, and they are healing their emotional wounds. When we're releasing that heavy energy, it gets into this collective cloud, and for some time then this heavy energy is present in the cloud. And it's for people who are more vulnerable, who are not grounded enough, may easily sense this heavy energy. That's why I often remind you to go into the nature and connect with the spirit of Gaia, and put your shoes off, do some push-ups there, meditate a little bit, go for a run, go into the water. If you are living near the ocean or the river, go into the water. If it's cold, even better, go to swim and feel how the water is cleansing you, not just physically but energetically as well. Because you will notice that something happened, like a wind that blows clouds away. It will happen for you internally, and once you experience that, a moment of clarity may hit you, and you may sense like, oh, now I see my life through a whole new lens of perception. And when that happens, you will not look for limitations anymore, you will look for possibilities. So That's how powerful nature is. And I find river really, really incredible, let's say, um, tool for meditation. The white noise of the sound. Um, if you just listen to that white noise, it's so helpful and healing. Even often parents give a certain artificial white sound to their kids so they can easily sleep or fall into sleep. That's all. It all comes from nature. And when we look into the nature as a greatest teacher, we start studying everything. We notice, in the times of the storms, a tree could give up and die because of the wind, or it could deepen up or deepen in its roots and become stronger. And that's what usually happens. Trees make deeper roots because of storms. And when we learn that one of the greatest virtues is resilience, we start wondering, okay, how to adapt to what is happening right now. You may be suffering because of different situations right now, and it's a great excuse to stay there. It's a great excuse. You can say, oh, yeah, my life is like this. But resilience would say, okay, what kind of possibilities are still near me, but I can't see them? And you may start studying what are you missing? Like what I know I should do, but I'm not doing. Right? What I know I should do, but I'm not doing because I'm afraid, because I'm ashamed, because what people will say, because of this and that and whatever we find. And all it takes is some reflection. And you will notice that you always had everything you needed. And that resilience is something that helps us to adapt to hard times, to adapt to challenges, to adapt to roadblocks, to adapt to people who are saying that we'll never succeed at what we've decided. And we need those people, we need those times to recognize actually how to tap into that inner resilience. So, hey everyone, there's many new people. So let me know from where you're coming in. Let me know. Atlanta, Netherlands, South Carolina, Michigan, USA, Canada. Oh, so amazing. Florida, India, Toronto. Hey everyone. I'm sending you greetings from from Slovenia. A small country but beautiful one. I'm grateful for the nature here. Truly, it's a healing place. Portugal, so amazing, so amazing. So, as I've shared in the video about the new moon, that many unexpected positive twists may happen at this time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Many positive twists may happen at this time, especially for those of you who are working on a certain project that feels like a mission, because you deserve to succeed. But sometimes I know for myself, when I've started painting and I've started this art journey, sometimes you feel completely lost because you don't know like how to find a source of income in something you're passionate about. But Also, at some point, we come across somebody who's really good already at doing that. And I found some great artists with whom I've resonated back at that time. And I've noticed, okay, some of them are making prints of their art, some of them are making courses and coaching other people to make art. And I've seen it as a great opportunity. And I've started doing something similar back at that time. And it opened up a possibility to make money with doing art. And now when I'm talking with artists, I still see how much people are not looking for new possibilities and new, in this modern age of internet, anything is possible if we just take some time and do a research and devote a great quality of time in studying new skills, like how to build up a website, how to make a profile on Etsy shop or whatever you're using, or in any kind of niche you are. It's a great time right now to really ask yourself what you need to learn to get closer to where you want to be, because the life you want to live is possible. If you believe into a theory that we are living in this parallel universe where all realities already exist as a potential, that's what quantum physics believe. In this theory, it explains that anything you can think of is already present as a potential. But in order to get yourself into that reality, you need to vibrate in the frequency of that reality, which means that you need to adapt the mindset of a person that lives in that reality, and you need to adapt the emotional expression of a person that lives in that reality. That's why you need to ask yourself, how would I think about my life if I would already live there? How would I feel about my life if I would already be there? And those are really profound questions that need some deep reflection and introspection and maybe some writing, some journaling. But if we meditate on it and we ask ourselves, okay, how would it feel if I would already be there? And what is not allowing me to feel like that? Okay, I may be living in lack of this, in lack of that. But okay, if every single day I will do something about it to make a change, I will feel better. I will feel, if nothing else, a bit more enthusiastic, right? A bit more passionate, a bit more inspired. And of course, when we are inspired, we live in spirit. It feels like something within us is guiding us. So I just wanted to check in to give you some information about this wonderful window of opportunities. Many great opportunities may find you. So don't hold back, reflect on your fears, and don't forget to enjoy everything you've already created. Don't forget to enjoy with the wonderful people that are surrounding you. Because, with the new moon that was on its peak uh, yesterday, the Gemini's energy, Gemini's, they love to enjoy life. They love to enjoy the gifts of life. And when we reflect on how much we are actually, how much joy we actually experience in our lives, we always find a bit of space for more, right? And joy is a choice, the same as anything else. Do more things you're joyful about. Do more things you're joyful about, and you will experience more joy. And of course, you need to think about what brings me joy, what brings me a sense of, a sense. Because when we're joyful, we feel alive, we feel life, we feel who we truly are. Because when we say be who you are, we don't know what it means. But when we are fully joyful about something, we know exactly who we are. We know that we are not those thoughts, we're not those emotions, we are not those beliefs. We are this energy that moves through us. That's why when we're joyful, we are authentic. We're not pretending to be somebody. We are us in as purest possible version we can be. That's why joy is so important when it comes to healing. And I, I'm wishing you lots of joy for this time right now, and be willing to think rich thoughts for your life, for your future, for people around you. Think rich thoughts for people around you. Wish them well. Even those who hurt you, wish them well. Learn to forgive them, and wish everybody well. So, my friends, I will leave you here. It was a wonderful chat. I hope you found something. I hope you found something valuable in this quick conversation. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Stay beautiful, stay creative, and till next time, one love. Yeah, I will do more lives. I will do more lives. One love, my friends.